Hello, hello everyone and welcome to the third episode of Experience AUI. مرحبا بكم جميعا. سمحوا لينا درنا واحد شويه ديال الغوطار ديال 3 ديال الدقائق وتنعتذروا. نورمالمون تنكونوا في الوقت ولكن كما كتعرفوا هاد المرات واخا كنديروا كاع لي تيست ولا بدي شي حاجه صغيره تقدر تجي في اخر لحظه. حاولنا اننا مرحبا بكم كاملين. Welcome everyone. This is the third episode. I'm so excited. My name is Youssef Ksiyer. I'm going to be your host today. And before we start, for those who join us for the first time, الناس اللي غادي يلتحقوا بنا لأول مرة، ربما ناخذوا واحد الوقت باش نفسر لكم شنو هي Experience AUI. Experience AUI هي واحد لا سيري ديال لي ويبينار اللي الغرض ديالها هو التقريب ديال الجامعه ليكم نتوما باش تقدروا نجاوب على الاسئله ديالكم، التساؤلات ديالكم بخصوص الدراسه، بخصوص الكامبوس، بخصوص الحياه في الجامعه، وبخصوص كاع التساؤلات ديالكم اللي عندكم، ربما حتى على المشوار المهني ديالكم. دونك اكسبيرينس اي يو اي كل نهار الاحد مع ثلاثه بالضبط، ماشي 3 و 3 ديال الدقائق. في الحلقات السابقه هضرنا على الاندرغراد بروجرام، على الباشلر بروجرام. هضرنا خصنا 2 حلقات وباقي غادي نحسوا حلقات واحده اخرى الاندرغراد بروجرام. كنبداو كنشوفوا التلاميذ والطلبه اللي كاينين حاليا في جامعه اخوين، كنشوفوا الستاف، كنشوفوا الفاكولتي. هضرنا على جميع الاشياء اللي خصكم تعرفوها باش تقدروا تدخلوا لجامعه الاخوين، خصوصا في هذا الوقت حنا اللي عايشين فيه في جائحه كورونا. كيفاش نقدروا ندوزوا لي تيست، كيفاش نصيفطوا لي دوكيومون ديالنا. هضرنا ايضا على المنح المخصصه للاندرغراد. في experienceaui.com راه تقدروا تفرجوا في الحلقات السابقه، الحلقه الاولى والحلقه الثانيه. بالطبع بعد ما يسالي هذه الحلقه الثالثه ان شاء الله. تحدثنا على بزاف ديال المواضيع. الحلقه اللي فاتت غير بعجاله كنا تلاقينا مع ندى الشدادي اللي كانت هضرت لنا على الاكسبيريونس ديالها كطالبه في جامعه الاخوين، وكانت يلاه تخرجات. فاش هضرنا معها كانت تخرجات جون 48 اور افون. هضرت لنا على ريسيفين باي جيفين، موضوع مهم جدا، تقدروا تعاودوا تشوفوه في الريبلاي. كان معنا عديل عبد الكريم اللي هو ريجيونال دايركتور في لا سي جي او ام، اللي تقاسم معنا شويه المشوار ديالو، كيفاش تم الاختيار ديالو جامعه الاخوين، ومن بعد الخروج ديالو من جامعه الاخوين كيفاش دازت لا كارير بروفيسيونيل ديالو. هضرنا على بيان سور الهوت توبيك اللي كان الفاينانشال ايد، اللي هما المنح، مع السي عبد الله العلاوي اللي فتح لنا كيفاش تقدروا تحصلوا على منحه في الاندرغراد بروجرام. لقاش كاين هناك اختلافات ما بين الاندرغراد بروجرام والماستر بروجرام. دايوغ هذه الحلقه مخصصه للماستر بروجرامز، دونك غادي نذاكروا يعني بعمق على جميع الامور المخصصه له، وباقي غادي نخصصوا حلقات واحده اخرى الماستر ديجري. كانت معنا سكينه ايجو وجعفر هانا اللي هضروا لنا على المنتورينغ في جامعه الاخوين. دونك هادو الحلقه اللي قبل الحلقه الثانيه، كما قلت لكم الحلقه الاولى والحلقه الثانيه تقدروا تفرجوا فيها فوق ما بغيتوا على اكسبيرينس اي يو اي. اليوم كما قلت لكم حلقه مخصصه ان شاء الله الماستر ديجري، ولكن قبل من نبداو نقدروا نعرفكم شويه على الانترفيس اللي امامكم. بالنسبه للناس اللي غادي يستعملوا لايف ستورم لاول مره، كما كتشوفوا كاين هنا الشاشه، في الجهه الاخرى كاينين بزاف ديال لي تاب. كاين تشات، كاين كويستشن، وكاين بولز. تشات جنرال ديسكشن، التفاعلات ديالكم تقدروا تكتبوا فيها التفاعلات ديالكم مشكورين، وحتى الناس ديال جنود الخفاء كما كنسميهم، جنود الخفاء يقدروا يحطوا تما لي ليان باغ اكزومبل على شي حاجه اللي ذكرناها ولا هضرنا عليها، غادي يحطوا لي ليان في الخانه ديال التشات. كويستشنز مختلفه على التشات، يعني اذا كان عندكم شي سؤال بغيتوا تطرحوه كتبوه في الكويشن تاب، وهذا مهم بزاف لان كيخلينا نعزلوا الاسئله من الجنرال ديسكشن ونقدروا نلقاوهم بلو رابيدمون. يعني كاين واحد المجموعه ديال الاسئله غادي تبغيو تطرحوها وسط هذا الابيزود، كان انفيتيكم انكم تمشيو للكويشن تاب باش تطرحوا هذيك الاسئله. ولا كان عندكم شي سؤال ولقيتوه في الكويشن تاب بلي هذاك السؤال ديجا تطرح، في بلاصه ما تعاودوا تطرحوه باش ما يكونش عنده بلون، تقدروا تابفوتيو هذيك الكويشن. علاش؟ لان لان فاش كتابفوتيو كتطلع في الكلاسمون، وبالتالي كتبان لينا اكثر في الكويشن تاع البولز. هو استقاء الراي ديالكم. كنطرحوا عليكم مجموعه من الاسئله ككل حلقه، باغ اكزومبل المواضيع اللي غادي يهمكم ربما في الحلقات القادمه واللي بغيتونا نطرقوا ليها. ولكن هناك سؤال عنده علاقه مع الماستر ديجري، وفيه سلسله ديال جميع لي ماستر ديجري اللي كاينين، وربما تقدروا تعطيونا شنو هما الماستر ديجريز اللي انتريسي بهم في لا سيكسيون ديال البولز. دونك فوالا هادشي بالنسبه للانترفيس ديال اللايف ستورم. حاجه اخرى اللي هي مهمه، خاصكم فريمون تتبعوا معنا مزيان لان قبل في الاخر ديال هذه الحلقه غادي يكون واحد السؤال غادي نطرحوه لكم، واحد الكويز، وغادي تقدروا تربحوا معنا واحد السويتشيرت ديال AUI اللي غادي يبان دابا عندكم في الشاشه، واحد السويتشيرت ديال لونيفرسيتي الاخوين. اذا خصكم تركزوا معنا في جميع المواضيع اللي غادي نطرقوا ليها، لقاش السؤال غادي يكون عنده علاقه مع داك الشيء اللي ذكرنا عليه. كما كتشوفوا سوبر سويتشيرت الاخوين في هذا اللون الجميل جدا، والذي يرتديه طالب من طلبه جامعه الاخوين. فوالا دونك سعيد جدا باللقيه ديالكم. شكرا لانكم استجبتوا للدعوه وجيتوا عندنا نهار الاحد مع 3 ديال العشيه. غادي يكون عندنا واحد البروغرام يعني très intéressant اليوم. Very interesting program. We're gonna meet with some AUIers, alumnus from AUI, who are gonna tell us their tale, their stories as كلهم واخدين ماستر ديجري. غادي يهضروا لنا على لي زيكسبيريونس ديالهم. غادي يكون عندنا لقاء مع دكتور خالد صنديد اللي هو الاسوسييت اسيستنت فايس بريزيدنت اوف اكاديميك افيرز ان تشارج اوف جرادويت ستاديز اند ريسيرش، واللي غادي يتحدث لنا على البروغرام ماستر بروغرام. غادي يحاول يفسر لكم جميع الاسئله اللي تقدروا تطرحوا عليه على الماستر بروغرام بالتدقيق. من بعد منه غادي يكون عندنا تكون عندنا زينب بريوه من الادميشن اوفيس اللي هي غادي تهضر على how to apply to your dream master program. دونك فوالا معلومات كثيره اللي غادي نتقاسمها معكم اليوم. مرحبا بالاسئله ديالكم. كما قلت لكم ان شاء الله في الكويشن تاب طرحوا لنا جميع الاسئله ديالكم ونحاولوا نجاوبوا عليها طوال هذه الحلقه الثالثه. يلا مشينا غادي نبداو بالانفيتي ديال الاولى. الضيفه ديالنا من دبي، الاسم ديالها هو دعاء جازولي. she has a master of Arts in International Studies and Diplomacy، وهي الآن كتحتل المركز ديال Public Relations Project Manager الأودي فولكسفاغن في الميدل إيست. وغادي تحدث لنا على المشوار ديالها، وهي غادي تحق بيا دابا on stage. هتهضر على الماستر بروجرام ديالها and beyond between the academic life and student life. إذا غادي تلتحق بيا دعاء الآن. ها هي. السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام. Salut
Comment ça va?
Youssef.
How are you?
Très bien et toi?
Alhamdulillah.
Ça fait plaisir de te revoir.
Ça fait plaisir de te voir aussi. أنا عارف بلي كاين واحد الاختلاف ديال الوقت بيننا وبينكم، خصوصا حنا تبدلنا الوقت اليوم في دبي. جو بونس فايتينا ولا ناقصين علينا؟ انا ديما
6 l'après-midi.
6 de l'après-midi. Voilà, d'accord, مزيان. دونك مرحبا بك. جيسبر كو الكونفينمون دايز في احسن الظروف عندكم في دبي. ما عرفتش كيفاش دايره لا سيتوياسيون.
Ça va, c'est très bien. Enfin, on a été confinés pendant les 3 derniers mois, mais ça se passe bien, alhamdoulilah. كنحاولوا نخدموا من الدار، نديروا كل شيء من الدار. Ça se passe bien.
نكتشفوا المنازل ديالنا.
Exactement, oui.
Exactement. دونك اليوم غادي نهضروا شويه على طون باركور. غادي تهضري لنا جوستومون على الديفرنس between the academic life and student life.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much for having me. It's really an honor to speak here and to represent my school, that is the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, but to represent also Al Akhawain University as a whole and to speak about my experience there. And as you said, I wanted to share with you my experience as an AUIer and looking at it from 3 points. The first one being how I came to join AUI in the first place and why I chose the MAISD program. The second one being the student life and the student activities in general. And then the third one being, you know, okay, I've been to AUI, I've studied at AUI, but what's next? And I think this is a question that a lot of master's students would want to ask. That is, okay, I'm joining a master's program, but what can I do with it at the end of the day? What can I do with it from a professional perspective? So yeah, the first thing is how I joined AUI. And just to give you a little background about myself, I come from the Moroccan system. So I didn't do my bachelor's at AUI, but I did my licence degree at a Moroccan university. And then I decided I wanted to do my master's degree, and I wanted to do it in a completely different field from what I've done before. So I wanted to do it. I was very interested in international relations and in the field of political science in general. And I wanted to explore that through a master's program.
What did trigger those two really important choices? Because first of all, you're going to apply for a master's degree that is different from what you've been studying. On the second point is that you want to apply for a master degree at Al Akhawain just after your licence.
Yeah. So. And I've been very passionate about academia and about research and stuff like that. So to be honest, I started looking at different programs, whether in Morocco or abroad. And I came across the MAISD program, that is the Masters of International Studies and Diplomacy, that is offered at Al Akhawain University. And I was like, okay, let's look at the program, let's look at the professors, let's look at what is Al Akhawain University. I mean, I've heard about it before, but I didn't know all the details about it. So I did a bit of research, and really what spoke to me is three, well, there were some few criteria that grasped me towards choosing AUI. The first one being the professors, and the reason is they all are coming from an area of high universities around the world. They're bringing their knowledge from abroad. They're bringing their research background, their academic background into Al Akhawain. And the second one was the program itself and what it had to offer, the classes, how the classes are selected, etc. So when you go into Al Akhawain University, and coming from the Moroccan system, as I told you, it's really, a liberal arts system. So it's very different from everything we know about, a Moroccan, a common Moroccan university. You get to choose classes, and you get to choose them even from other schools. You get to choose the topics that you're most related to, or that speak to you the most.
Yeah.
And the third point was really the access to information, and having a library inside of campus, and that library being one that provides so much access to information, having one of the largest platforms, e-platforms, that provides ebooks and research papers, was really like one addition for a master's student specifically that has to do a lot of research and has to spend a lot of time looking for academic papers. And that was very important for me, also in my field specifically.
Because when you said to make maybe something clear, when you say, for example, I applied for a master's degree in a field that is different than what I studied before, it's not usually triggered just, oh, I want to change orientation. No, it's an addition to your array of skills or qualifications, right? Am I right about this?
Exactly. What is good, actually, when I started looking at the program in AUI, is that for people who are like me, who are coming from a different field, you don't have to just come in and start with people who are coming from that specific field. So you find yourself, you have a different level. So you كيعطيوك واحد les cours avant that you can take, that are initiation classes, or as we call them at AUI, foundation courses, that can give you a boost during your master's program.
Perfect.
so that you don't find yourself.
For people, just general, wanted to say something, because you're gonna see us switching between Arabic, or more specifically Darija, and English. I hope that you guys are comfortable with the idea behind it is just like to simplify and to get the information as accurately as possible to everyone. So this is why we're in the language. You're gonna see us maybe switching from this side to that side. So now Douâa, you are in Dubai. Tabarakallah, you are a public relation project manager at Audi Volkswagen Middle East. How do you think AUI prepared you for this job?
So this actually is a very good question, because it brings me to my second point that I wanted to speak about, that was the student life. There is so much more from joining a university, and mainly a liberal arts university, that is greater than just the classroom and what you learn inside the classroom, but it's also what you learn outside of the classroom. And what's good about AUI is that it gives you this platform. You are in a city that is as beautiful as Ifrane. You feel that you're in the middle of Europe with such a beautiful weather, and it gives you a great extracurricular offering. Why I'm saying that, AUI has its own student activities department, or office as we call it, and that department has a number of clubs and associations that any student can join. It's free of charge, and whether you like arts, including music, or if you like drama, whether you like more political discussions, and you can join a club such as the Model United Nations, or if you're more into the social life and you really love, giving back to the community. Exactly. So there are a number of clubs, the Hand in Hand Association, that is well known across Morocco, Rotaract, that is a global association as well as other clubs. Really, among, I think back in the days when I was there were over 200 clubs or something like that, if I remember well. So really, from everything that you can imagine, you'll find people who share your passion.
هذه قضيه الانديه باش نقربوا شويه من هذا، لقاش بزاف الناس يهضروا على الكواليتي اوف ذا بروجرام، كواليتي اوف education، كواليتي ديال التيتشرز، ديال هذا الفاكولتي ستاف، but the quality of life comes through also the quality of the clubs and the opportunity it gives you to be independent and do what you like. فاش كنهضروا على الانديه، باسكو طرقنا لهذا الموضوع فاش كنا كنهضروا على undergrad program، وبزاف تاع لي زيتيديون تيهضروا لك جوستوم على clubs and extra curriculum activities is not something optional ولا plus ولا غير زايد. No. This is what help us build the kind of students that can have those extra soft skills, I would say, ولا this extra edge.
Exactly. It's what makes you, at the end of the day, what gives you this push of being able to speak to people, being able to be outspoken in front of a big crowd, being able to present your own ideas. Yes, you do that in class, inside the classroom, but what's beyond? Because your professional life does not, you learn so much from the classroom, but your professional life and the rest of your life is going to be way beyond that classroom.
Exactly.
So this is a kind of initiation to that real life.
Maybe a last question, Douâa. What was your club? What was your preferred club if you were part of many clubs?
Oh wow. Well, انا واحد الوقيته كنت تالمون في لي كلوب، كلشي كيجي عندي كيقول لي غير كيفاش كديري انت ديجا ماستر، وكانوا واحد الوقيته ما كيعرفونيش انا ماستر باسكو كيشوفوني في لي كلوب ايتو كيقولوا سي امبوسيبل، tu vois, master student is always at the library, just studying, etc. But no, and to be honest, ça m'a forgé comme personne, and it gave me a great push both personally and professionally to grow from this. Just to answer your question, one of the clubs that really I still relate to so much, that is an association, that is the Hand in Hand Association. From my very first day that I joined AUI, I joined the Hand in Hand Association. Well, I met you there, actually. You were visiting as an alumnus. On my first semester. That was my first semester. And then I grew from a member to becoming an external communications coordinator. And then during my last year to becoming a president of the association. So it was really a great learning experience for me.
I can hear like a lot of nostalgia, and I'm also touched by a lot of nostalgia just talking about it. Douâa EL Jazouli, thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for being live with us from Dubai. It's always nice to hear these stories because it inspires us all. Thank you very much, Douâa.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. So next for next guest ديالنا ان شاء الله اليوم هو خريج جامعة الأخوين Master Program. He has a Master of Business Administration. He is actually project director for Industrialization Program at Capgemini. I rehearsed that part ديال industrialization. فوالا exactement. غيكون معنا المهدي الخشيع اللي غادي يلتحق بيا وهو he's going to talk about how to develop your motivation momentum. He deals with a large team and he needs to keep them motivated. مهدي الخشيع كي داير لاباس عليك؟
السلام عليكم سي يوسف صافا الحمد لله et toi?
Alhamdulillah, ça fait plaisir de te voir, Khoya. J'espère que you're safe and sound, you and your family.
All good, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Merci, grand merci pour l'invitation.
Allah yodi. Now we are really happy to have you and thank you for accepting to share with us your experience.
Avec grand plaisir.
So, and you had a presentation, yeah? You have a presentation.
Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna have a bring it.
Maybe as we are talking about master program and degree, it will be good to say a few words on the fact either going for a master directly or applying for a job first, then going for a master.
Yeah.
I mean, from my personal background, it's my own opinion actually. I had also this option to go directly for a master just after graduating from Al Khawain, from the School of Engineering, and I had some 6 months before starting the master program. So meanwhile, I started working. I said to myself, let's start for 4 or 5 months, getting some experience. Then I go for master. Then this 4 or 5 months went till 7 years of work. Meanwhile, so after 2 years of work, I applied for a part-time MBA with Al Khawain in Technopark. It's a part-time MBA in management. But what I wanted to say is, this is again my personal point of view. It's always good to have some background, professional background before going for a master. For some specific reasons, one of these reasons is you have some professional background that will help you adapt or understand very well the master content. This is the first thing. The second thing is that you have also a good background to talk with people, to exchange with people who already also have some experience, professional experience. So you are building a good network. What else I can say also?
It's also sometimes you say okay بغيت نخمم ولا بغيت تكون une réflexion mûre ولا it depends on the person. Sometimes you directly know كتعرفها في قلبك انايا درت undergrad خاصني ندير ماستر ديجري ديالي وكاين فاش كيكون عرفتي شنو let's just have a look at it because sometimes you can change your mind even about what you want to pursue in a master degree.
Absolument, absolument. Et les 2 ans, en fait, entre graduation from Al Khawain et le démarrage du master, j'avais aussi senti que j'avais besoin d'améliorer un petit peu des compétences dans le management, la finance, le marketing et tout ça. Donc, il fallait du temps pour le comprendre et puis postuler pour le programme, le part-time MBA. Et pour finir là-dessus aussi, d'un point de vue de recruteur, je recrute aussi des profils. Pour moi, quelqu'un qui a un bachelor et qui est enchaîné avec un master par la suite n'a pas vraiment la même valeur qu'une autre personne qui a eu. Enfin, il n'y a pas de différence entre cette personne-là et une personne qui a juste un bachelor. Je ne vois pas une grande différence. Ça, c'est mon point de vue sur ce que j'ai vu par rapport au profil que j'ai dû recruter. Donc, je préfère avoir quelqu'un qui a eu un bachelor, de l'expérience derrière, qui est allé faire le bon master, qu'une autre personne qui a enchaîné les 2 programmes. Voilà. Et je ferme la parenthèse.
All right, perfect. So, you went for you said few months, and it ended up being 7 years.
7
How
years,
is
yeah.
لو كان قبل bien sûr après 2 ans you applied for a master degree part-time master degree زعما take us throughout your journey, and especially that you are going to talk about motivation, and motivation momentum is really important in this stage we are living now. Working from home, we're getting ready to go back to the offices, getting back to our normal life, quote unquote. So how do we keep the motivation going?
Okay, I don't know if we can go for the presentation.
Yes,
yeah,
we'll
please.
go right now.
Okay, so yeah, I also, I mean, besides the fact being a manager, I provide some trainings on leadership topics, and I wanted to take 4 or 5 minutes to share with you some what I have learned on motivation, on how you can develop motivation, but also what I shared during some it's full day, 2 days training. So we'll go for specific, I would say, messages about motivation. So we need to understand that motivation has first some 3 psychological needs. First of all, we absolutely need to feel some autonomy in what we are doing. What does it mean? It means that we have options. I can do this or do that. I can have an option on that. The second thing is to have to rely with people, to have relationships with people. This is also psychological need that's help us build a good motivation. And the third one is the fact of learning, developing competencies. The moment I am able to develop my competencies, my skills, this is a good level of developing motivation. So these are the 3 basic, I would say, psychological needs to start talking about motivation, my own motivation.
When we talk about relationships to others, this is actually what is being redesigned now. How we work with each other. Experience AUI right now. We are here in this webinar, and we're working together in a different way.
Absolutely. Relationship autonomy, that Douâa just talked about it previously. When we are, I mean, in clubs, we are developing our own autonomy in managing these clubs, in dealing with people, I mean, organizing events and so on. I mean, on your own. And the last one is competencies. We absolutely need to feel that we are developing our skills and our competencies. So let's move on with the next slide. To give you one extreme, between brackets, extreme example of motivation is the story of Aaron Ralston. Some of you might already know him, and there is a movie that talks about his story. The guy who went for initially a short tour into the mountains, and he got stuck in 2 rocks, big rocks. He got his arm stuck, blocked in 2 arms, actually, 2 rocks, big rocks, and he stayed there for 127 hours. I mean,
which
without
is like, and I'm doing the math in my head, and I'm not very good at math, but it's like a week or something.
5 days.
5 days.
5 to 6 days. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And he got stuck there and without water, food at some time at the end. So what he decided to do to overcome this situation, I mean, either to do something and survive, or to die there. So he tried to motivate himself by something very special, which that I wanted to share with you, is he imagined himself after this experience. What is happening? He imagined himself having a kid and with his wife, and this kind of experience made him smile, very positive. Then he cut his arm to survive, to overcome this this difficult situation. I showed you something very extreme that's fortunately not happening to all of us, but he got motivated by himself, by imagining something. So just this is a good transition to my next point. For some people who usually someday, all of us, we have some dreams. We would like to have starting tomorrow, I'll be waking up at 6 o'clock to do some sport, to do something. Tomorrow I'll start eating healthy. Tomorrow I'll start organizing my time. Tomorrow
you are describing my life, Mehdi. You are scaring me.
Okay, you confirm to me later if I'm going through that sense. All right. So what happened after is that we do that the first day, maybe the second day, then we cancel. Then we are no more motivated. We go back to our previous habits, which happen to most of us. This is the reality. So how can we avoid this actually? And this can stop us achieving our objectives. So please don't tell me we need to have this in order to achieve that. We need to have time. We have
هذيك القضيه اللي كنديروا حنا كاملين. عرفتي شنو؟ راه غدا غادي غندير واحد لا فيديو في يوتيوب، خاصني نشري عا واحد البوله. غدا غادي نكتشف الكتاب، خاصني عا نمشي للحانوت كنبغي ستيلو كحل ماشي زرق. كنديروا هاد القضيه هادي.
Exact. Et les gens te disent, moi, j'ai pas le temps, je dois faire ceci, cela. On va te donner du temps demain. Mais après-demain, on va demander plus de temps. J'ai besoin de confiance, de reconnaissance. Malheureusement, on n'a pas la chance d'avoir chaque jour des personnes qui reconnaissent notre effort ou là, notre travail. Donc, il faut faire avec. Pareil pour l'argent. L'argent ne fait pas le bonheur. Oui, on est d'accord. Plus on vous donne, plus vous allez en demander. Donc, c'est pas vraiment, je dirais, les leviers de motivation réels. Et ils sont, provisoire et temporaire dans le temps, ils ne sont pas éternels. Ce qui est éternel et ce qui peut être pratique pour nous et pour développer ce que j'appelle momentum de la motivation, c'est la discipline, self-discipline, consistency also. Self-discipline, comment je développe cette discipline-là, c'est que je dois être conscient de mes objectifs, je dois les écrire quelque part et je dois être capable de les exprimer d'une façon, ça doit être une passion derrière cet objectif-là. Je dois faire la différence entre ce qui est obligatoire, ce que je dois absolument faire et ce qui est optionnel. Et donc, je commence par ce qui est obligatoire. Et tout ça, je dois l'écrire quelque part. Et deuxième chose, c'est ce que j'appelle les quick wins, les daily wins. Il faut absolument, à la fin de chaque journée, que je puisse dire j'ai pu faire ceci, cela, qui s'inscrit dans le cadre de mon objectif de l'année, de 2 ans, de 3 ans, mais il faut que ça soit écrit. Il faut que je puisse être capable de réaliser un petit bout chaque jour. Ça peut être qu'une lecture, une documentation faite, une rencontre avec quelqu'un. Mais voilà, donc j'essaie de construire.
الجول ديالي من هنا 5 years to create the first Moroccan car. ولكن غدا غادي نلقى ليه بعدا السميه، شي سميه تكون زوينه غدا غنشوف كيفاش غادي نرسمها ولا هذا اي بارتير small steps at the time because we're going on the right path.
Exactement. Et du moment où vous commencez à faire ça, votre cerveau s'adapte aussi. Il apprend un rythme de travail. Voilà. Et si vous attendez la fin d'année pour faire le bilan et où est-ce que j'en suis, c'est trop tard. C'est trop tard. Et vous serez encore davantage démotivé par rapport à votre objectif. Et pour finir là-dessus, le moment où vous sentez qu'il y a une baisse de motivation, vous n'êtes plus motivé par rapport à votre objectif, essayez de vous inspirer. L'inspiration peut venir d'un film qui peut vous toucher, d'une lecture, une bonne lecture, d'une rencontre avec un ami proche, une personne de la famille. Voilà, il y a plein de ressources disponibles qui sont à nos dispositions et qu'on peut utiliser pour se remotiver à nouveau et pour garder ce momentum de motivation. Très, très important. Et moi, personnellement...
toucher a very important point when you're talking about your entourage, people who are around you, people who are positive, people who are achieving things in life, who don't put pressure on you, but help you to be a better person every day.
Ouais, et c'est ce que je disais au début, les relations sont importantes. Il faut être sélectif dans les relations, certes, mais elles sont utiles. Et il ne faut pas hésiter à demander conseil, à prendre l'avis d'autres personnes qui nous sont proches, la famille, les amis, mais c'est important. On n'est pas seul, on vit dans une communauté, dans un groupe, et là, il faut avoir cet esprit d'équipe autour de nous. Alors, juste pour finir globalement, et pour ne pas monopoliser aussi le timing, quelques références que je serais content de partager avec vous par la suite, de lecture de films inspirants aussi, qui peuvent aussi être utiles et pratiques pour ceux qui souhaitent se documenter plus, en savoir plus. Voilà, donc j'espère que je n'ai pas été très long par rapport
that's really it was to the point. There are some books and some movies. Thank you for sharing all this with us, Mehdi. It's always a pleasure having you talking about this motivation that we all need, because it's not ماشي بحال دابا صافي tomorrow you're gonna be motivated. It's an ongoing process that you're gonna follow us حياتنا كامله وحنا كنقلبوا على لا موتيفاسيون كنتموتيفيو راسنا السيلف ديسيبلين والكونسيستنسي. انا عقلت
برافو عليك.
Merci beaucoup Mehdi, شكرا.
Merci à vous, c'est moi qui vous remercie. Tabarakallah alaikum et très bon courage. Merci.
So moving on, we're gonna talk to another student from Al Akhawain. She graduated with a Master of Science in Sustainable Energy Management. Her name is Nada Bil-Kbir, and she's gonna talk to us about 3 stages at AUI. She's gonna talk about a 10-year experience with AUI, and she's going to join me on stage. She's actually now ingénieure d'études en efficacité énergétique for Eco Taqa Service. Hi, Nada.
Hello, Youssef. How are you?
How are you? I'm good, and you?
Alhamdulillah, thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Hope your confinement is going well, yeah?
Yeah, I'm still working. I didn't stop. Because the energy sector was not touched by the virus, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
So you can work from home, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, I go to the office too. Sometimes I have to go.
Be safe.
Comme ça, ما نقلبوش.
مزيان. En tout cas, you want to talk to us about an interesting thing. I envy you صراحة, because you're going to talk about 10 years, and I love Ifran. I still go there. I try to go there as much as I can. ولكن always in the back of my mind, I say one day maybe I'll go back to Ifran to live in Ifran. You spent 10 years there. Take us through your experience.
I went there. So I went then when I was 17. I started my bachelor in 2009. I did the bachelor in engineering and management science.
Yeah.
After that, after I graduated in 2013, I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Should I be working or should I continue? But then I was thinking why I went directly for a master degree, because I really knew which field I wanted to stay in. And with my bachelor, like when you are a bachelor, you study a lot of things. You're not really specified in something. So I really wanted to get specified in the energy field, and that's what that's why I applied for the Master of Science in Sustainable Energy Management.
كانت الفكره واضحه يعني كنتي الفكره عندك واضحه ها فين بغيت نمشي ها شنو بغيت ندير لقيت كنهضر بحال دابا باغ اكزومبل ليكزومبل ديال مهدي مشى خدم شويه عاد رجع للماستر ديالي انت لا من الاول كنتي عارفه راسك فوالا هادشي اللي كيعجبني هادشي اللي بغيت ندير وهادشي فين غادي نتخصص.
Voilà, j'ai toujours été très obsédée par renewable energies. I really loved that. D'ailleurs, when I was a bachelor, I did some projects on the energy field. We worked on the solar energy car. So I really had the idea that this is what I wanted to do. So I applied for the master. It was on sustainable energy at the university, and I got a scholarship there. No. So I was like, why not? This is an opportunity for me. So I went directly for my master degree. It took me 2 years to finish it. And it was really interesting. And I didn't regret doing that because, after the bachelor, you learn some skills, you learn how to develop a lot of skills, because I was a very shy person at the beginning. I couldn't talk to everyone. I couldn't talk in front of people. But AUI helped me do that. And then in the master degree, what it helped is that I started working at the university before finishing my master degree. Mm-hmm. So I applied and I started teaching as a laboratory professor for physics and electric circuits at the university. And I really liked the experience. So then I decided to stay again.
So
And,
it's nice to be like في هذاك a parallel path. You're a student, you're pursuing your master at the same time you're helping at the lab, so you have your own students, so you live like a student teacher at the same time.
It was a transition, like starting from an undergrad, then a grad, then at the same time teaching. And then I started research with the professors there, like Dr. Douâa and Dr. Ksiyer, who really helped me in my career and pushed me to go further in my career. So I started working with them in their research project, and I enjoyed that. So after that, I decided to go for a PhD, because I was at the same time still teaching at the university. So I applied for a PhD and kept doing the research and teaching at the same time. But after during my PhD, I had the opportunity to apply for my own research project with the region of West Meknes, and that was really like the most amazing experience. That was the first project that I directed as a research project with all the professors that helped me going through that, and I learned a lot.
النقطة هذه أنا دابا كنهضروا على يعني it's an ongoing process. Even after when you go with your own project, you can still rely on the professors, because you build up واحد relationship اللي كدوم في الوقت. يعني ماشي غدا تخرجتي صافي كتنقطع العلاقة، لا. Once an AUIer, always you're gonna be an AUIer.
Always.
And you're always gonna have a relationship, and people are gonna help you in that way.
Yeah, and those professors that I talked about, they knew me as an undergrad because I had them in some classes, and then they knew me as a grad, and then like I was stuck there. Exactly, it's like a family to me. And so after the 2 years master, as I told you, I stayed 4 years doing research and teaching at the university. And at the end, it wasn't the end actually, but I needed something new. I needed to meet people, to develop my social network. Yeah, a friend is nice, and we develop a lot of skills and competencies there. But then I was like, I need to change something in my life to go further. Like AUI gave me a lot. And I'm really thankful for what it gave me. As I told you, it built my personality. When I was an undergrad student, I had the opportunity to go for a summer exchange in Turkey. That was literally the best summer of my life.
Wow.
And as a graduate student, I got the opportunity for the scholarship. I did not expect that, but I was really happy to get that. And then it pushed me, like, because I will join what Douâa said earlier about the library and all the research skills that the university gave. So as a master student, you go into research. I had some background that I was taught during my undergrad to know how to do research. But then as a master, you really need to know how to do it. You use all the facilities there. And that really help like finding the right papers in order to write your own papers and publish them after. Yeah. And this is a point that my professors literally encouraged me to do. As a master's student, they always gave us like because I'm from the School of Engineering. As technical, you need to write papers. Yes. And they push you to go further and publish those papers, so that you really value your work and you really
And because as Douâa was saying, you have the physical library for Al-Akhawain, which is this amazing building. I spent many hours there, studying.
It's nice there.
It's an amazing space. Yeah. You have all these books. You have this particular smell of knowledge. ما عادش كتعرف داك السماء ديال knowledge.
But beyond that,
Exactly. And beyond that, you have access to all these amazing platforms, which gives you literally, machine literally, like almost like an infinite array of research and books and ebooks and digital copies of things that was written about a specific thing, and you have this access, which is, I think, in your case, because you were there as an undergrad, master, even after your master degree, it gives you that access, that big window to the world.
Exactly, and that's how it develops more your skills as an engineer or as a researcher. So after that, this is why I decided to go for something new, and then I moved to work as an engineer in energy efficiency and renewable energies. And I didn't regret doing that. Yes, AUI gave me a lot, and I'm really thankful for that. But all the skills, all the competencies that I learned there made me who I am today. As I told you, I was shy. I couldn't talk to people. I was always afraid. I built my self-confidence at AUI. I joined also many clubs. I was part of the AUI choir. So just standing there, yeah. I couldn't do that at the beginning. It was really scary for me. The Kaftan show also, like many different things.
قبل تدخلي الافران لا انا عمري ما ندير هذه القضيه هذه، عمري ما نغني في كوار، ولكن كتكون في هذاك السيف سبيس. Because there is a safe space that is created through the student activities office اللي كاين في اخوان، اللي كتخلي كيكون واحد الثقه متبادله، وكتعطيك واحد الثقه في نفسك، وكتبغي دير شي حوايج.
affronter tes peurs vraiment.
Exactement.
انا كنت vraiment
ما نقدروش نلخصوا 10 سنين بيان سور غنادة في هاد الدقائق القليله اللي ذكرنا معهم. كما كانوا لي زانترفونون قبل كاع اللي كانوا معنا في الحلقه الثالثه، راه كتلقاو لي ليان ديالهم ديال لينكد ان اكسيتيرا. الا بغيتوا تدخلوا اون كونتاكت معهم، راه طرحتوا اسئله راهم كيجاوبوا عليهم في الكويشن تاب. تقدروا ديروا نفس الشيء بوغ ندى الكبير اللي هي غادي تجاوبكم على الاسئله ديالكم. ندى شكرا بزاف.
Thank you so much, Youssef. Really nice to be with you here. Thank you.
See you soon, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Moving on in our discussion, just as a reminder to all of you guys here, thank you for being here. خاصكم تتبعوا معنا مزيان كاع المسائل اللي غادي نقولهم لقاش في الاخر ديال هذه الحلقه غادي نربحوكم واحد السويتشر كما كتشوفوا، السويتشر ديال اليونيفرسيتي الاخوين. السؤال غادي يطرح في اخر ديال الحلقه، ونذكركم بالنسبه للناس اللي يلاه التحقوا بنا، الموضوع ديالنا اليوم هو تنهضروا على الماستر ديغري. دايوغ الضيف الماجي اللي غادي يهضر معنا الان هو دكتور خليل صنديد، اللي هو الاسيستنت فايس بريزيدنت اوف اكاديميك افيرز ان تشارج اوف جرادويت ستاديز اند ريسيرش. غادي يوضح لكم جميع الامور المتعلقه بالماستر ديجري. all you need to know about our master program. دونك هو غادي يلتحق بنا الان. نذكركم دائما الاسئله خصوها الكويشن تاب second tab on your screen. دكتور how are you؟
اهلا وسهلا يوسف.
صافا لاباس عليك؟
الحمد لله. الحمد لله.
To have you with us. So yes, we're talking about the master program. We see these amazing stories about different alumni sharing with us their experiences, their path, how they made that choice to go for a master degree, and where they are standing now. ندخلوا في قلب الموضوع وغادي نتذكروا justement على الماستر degree. Okay, so you have a presentation that we're going to display right now. We're gonna have the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Youssef. Pleasure and honor to be part of this
experience
webinar. Experience AUI. Thank you very much. Honored even more actually to listen to our graduates. It's amazing because beyond what I'll be talking about, I see that they are a living proof of the success of our programs. So I know all of them. I got to meet Douâa in Dubai a few years ago, and actually I've seen and witnessed how successful she was, alhamdulillah. Also, I'll talk a little bit when I'll be talking about the Sustainable Energy Management Program. I'll talk with about what the other graduates have been doing. So I've been looking at the chat room, and there are questions that I will probably clarify a little bit because they will allow me the transition to the grad programs. الأخوين University جامعة الأخوين جامعة ديال الدولة، جامعة كي تنقولوا حنايا عمومية ماشي جامعة خاصة. Many people think that it's private because people have to get to pay for their studies, etc. And why am I talking about it today? Because simply when it's a public university, the degrees are by default state degrees. الجامعة including وداخلين فيها حتى les programmes les diplômes de master هما des programmes des diplômes ديال الدولة معترف بهم by default. You don't need to go through the accreditation process and the approval that you get from private universities. That's something very important to understand. حنا جامعة ديال الدولة ولهذا les programmes ديالنا معترف بهم par défaut في الجريدة الرسمية.
ما كاين لا ايكيفالونس،
كاين ما تحتاجش داك الشيء، حيت حنا جامعه ديال الدوله بزاف الناس تيشوفوا بلي حيت كاين لي فخي وداك الشيء اللي يمكن تيسحبهم بريفي. And I'm saying this because I've seen it in one of the questions in the chat.
And it's always good to clarify this point.
Beyond that, I would like to stress on the fact that AUI has chosen to go international and has chosen to go for international accreditation. And today, after 9 years of thorough preparation and heavy work, we are accredited by NETCHE, the New England Commission for Higher Education, the same accrediting institution that accredits Harvard and MIT and other liberal arts institutions that Douâa has been talking about, the difference that liberal arts institutions provide to their students, including grad programs. So this is just a transition to say that it's a choice. Yeah. And our programs have been deliberately designed by meaning what we keep saying, that they are profession-oriented and job market-driven. So they are profession-oriented and job market-driven. This is common to all our programs. Now I might move now to the presentation and talk about them.
Perfect.
So we have 11 master programs that are running today that I'll be talking about, and they are broken down by school. So there is the Master of Business Administration that is offered at the School of Business Administration. We have 5 master programs offered by the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. I will just list them now quickly. The Master of Art in International Studies and Diplomacy, the Master of Art in North African and Middle Eastern Studies, the Master of Art in Islamic and Religious Studies, the Master of Science in HRD, Human Resources Development, and the Master of Communication Studies and Digital Media. That is a new one. Wherever there is this little star, it's a new one. And then the School of Science and Engineering offers 5 programs. 3 of them are new. The Master of Science in Software Engineering, the big brother. The Master of Science in Sustainable Energy Management, and we had Nada talking about it.
Yes.
And then we have the 3 new programs, the Master of Engineering in FinTech, Financial Technologies, Master of Science in Big Data Analytics, and the Master of Science in Digital Transformation.
Dr. Sunday, just to remind all the people who are watching us, you can go to polls it's the 3rd tab, and let us know what is the program that you're
interested
in. We want to hear from you.
And thanks for reminding me about that, since we cannot cover everything in a matter of 10 minutes or 15 minutes or even 20. So any question is welcomed, and then we will answer it in the questions tab. Please feel free to ask questions. My colleague Zainab will come afterwards to talk about the enrollment procedure, etc. I will focus more about on the academic side of the programs.
Yeah.
So I'll move on with the Master of Science in Business Administration. This is the MBA offered at SBA. And I'm talking about the MBA, not an MBA, because I believe it is the best you can get in Morocco. And we offer it in 3 different formats: the full-time MBA, the part-time MBA, that actually Mehdi was talking about, and the executive MBA.
So, Dr. Sandid, just to clarify something, when you say like we have 11 programs, 11 master degree programs, you count Master of Business Administration as one, but actually it's have 3 different
Yes, those are the formats for delivery.
So if we compute, we're talking more about 13 types of master degree.
Yes, if you count down, those are different formats as degrees, yes. That will go even more if we talk about the combined BSMS or Bachelor of Arts, Master of Art. I'll talk about them quickly later on. So regarding the MBA, one needs to know that this is a real innovative teaching and learning program that adopts the CASE method pioneered by Harvard Business School, that's also NETCHE accredited. It is taught by dedicated faculty. Our faculty are 100% full-time. That makes a huge difference between a lot of other MBA programs out there. And these faculty are dedicated to tirelessly work to maintain and improve continuously the quality of the program. Keep in mind that we have a lot of national and international faculty from a lot of nationalities, and this brings a multicultural aspect of this to this program, and as a matter of fact, to all our programs. The multi-cultural environment that the international faculty bring to our degree programs is unique, one of a kind in Morocco. There is also the opportunity to go for a study abroad, even for the masters, to study 1 or 2 courses that we offer for the MBA and for other programs, as a matter of fact. And as I mentioned, there is a different delivery modes that allow for flexibility. So depending on whether you can afford to come full-time on campus, or if you're working, you can go for part-time, or even the executive MBA that comes afterwards after heavy work experience. So that's for the MBA. For the eligibility, Zainab will talk about the conditions to access to the program and the selection procedures, etc.
Yes.
But and we also, it runs for around 18 months, and then I'll be happy to answer other questions afterwards. Then I'll move now to the School of Humanities and Social Sciences with the 5 programs it offers. I will start with a new program, which is the Master of Art in Communication Studies and Digital Media. This is before that, Youssef, I would like to stress on something very, very important. Other than the MBA, all our master programs at AUI have been revamped to run in a period of 1 year. There used to be a year and a half and more, and the thesis or the project running afterwards. Now they have been engineered to be revamped in 12 months period, everything included, which is a huge breakthrough in the way we administer our programs. Obviously, they have become, it's not at the expense of the quality of the courses, but it's the re-engineering of their design. Today, they are squeezed because we realize that students or learners need to get those quality degrees, but also in relatively
talking about making it more efficient. More
efficient. There are two parts of it. The first one is the time, meaning the program runs in 1 year. And also, if you recall, Douâa has been talking about those foundation courses that are sometimes needed. If someone joins the university from another bachelor from a public university or another private university, it's not always that they have covered what's needed. And they are asked sometimes to go through foundation courses before officially joining the program. So something new about our grad programs is that we have moved the foundation programs to online. So today, all foundation courses that are required, if required, sometimes you don't need them, if your background is enough, is fine. But if needed, they have moved online, which saves time and money for the applicants. 2 things to keep in mind, very important. All programs run today in 1 year period, and the foundation courses moved online.
Okay. So أنا إن شاء الله باغي ندير a master degree. كاين واحد evaluation كنشوفوا واش محتاج الفاونديشن كورسز، نقدر نكون ما محتاجش لهم، ولكن الا كنت محتاج لهم ما بقيتش غادي نديبلاصا ولا غادي نديرهم اونلاين. وديك الساعه
الجامعه تتكلف تشير لك شنو هما الدروس اللي خصك تاخذ اونلاين. It's on case by case basis. They analyze your profile, your courses, etc. It's very personalized, and we have faculty dedicated to study the files one by one. And then it's personalized orientation.
So it maximizes your chances to succeed in the program. هذوما الغرض منهم، يعني الا كنتي فاونديشن كورسز غير باش ماكسيميزيو انك الحظوظ ديالك في النجاح.
ما تعطلش في الدراسه ديالك باش ما تاثرش على لو ريتم. وسورتو avec with the 1 year program now, we need to make sure that everybody succeeds in the same rhythm with the same pace. One last point to identify about the program, to talk about the programs, but this mainly applies for undergrad students that are AUIers. We have this possibility of the combination between bachelor and master. We call it combined bachelor-master. And students who are at the undergrad level and early enough decide to, they know that they would like to go for a master's, like what Nada did. If they decide early enough, they can apply for that if they have enough qualifications, because it's selective. They are granted that, and they combine both bachelor and master. What's important about that is that they use their capstone project or a projet de fin d'études, for those who are not familiar with that nomenclature, to the masters, and also they use their electives as grad courses. They shrink down by at least 1 semester. So it's very important for those who decide to combine.
Taking advantage also of the momentum. You are on the undergrad level and you go further.
You keep the pace, yes. Now, so for this program, as I mentioned, the Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies and Digital Media, besides what I mentioned, it's a multidisciplinary practical program. It's grounded in social sciences, but it's emphasizing on theory, research methods, and critical inquiry. Again, the quality of faculty, they are specialized in what they teach, and they are best in that. So you get it from the best instructors you can get, because the titles could figure anywhere, but to have such qualified faculty teaching is a blessing at AUI. Career opportunities for those graduates from this program: they can work as high-level designers and user interface specialists in mid-range and large companies. They become skilled communication professionals, and also they can work easily as official spokespersons, which is very needed in Morocco, and public relation experts. That's about this program. I'll move on. I know that you will be squeezing me in time.
It's really interesting, and we're gonna keep talking to you, because we need to understand
the second program
more about all the programs.
Shukran. The Master of Science in Human Resources Development. I think هذا البروجرام الحمد لله في الجامعات يهضر على نفسه, because it has proven itself throughout the years. I've heard so many success stories of graduates from this HRD, because it's one of the most internationalized programs about HRD. It gives the Moroccan perspective, but also the international one related to
approach,
human resource development. It's really a professional master's program that qualifies graduates for shaping individual but also organizational capabilities and leadership. I can talk about this program for hours, but I don't have time for that. But trust me.
If you have any question, I'm just reminding.
Yes, please feel free to ask.
Please feel free to ask, and we're going to leave also an email address where you can send your question if you didn't have the opportunity. And also the website is well, it thoroughly explains all the programs.
So something to stress on is that this program gives you really a unique opportunity to explore cutting-edge concepts and best practices in the field of HRD. Faculty teaching that at AUI are in the field of human resource development. Very, very important. Besides all what you can work in as successful HR practitioner or specialist in HR management or a lot of human resource director, what I've seen progressively our graduates doing is going to consultancy. That's very important, because they start doing it as part-time and then they move to full-time consultants, because that's honestly, that's in Morocco, that's where the money is.
Okay.
The third program is the Master of Art in International Studies and Diplomacy. I can't talk better than what actually Douâa mentioned about this program. She's a graduate of this program, and she mentioned how easy it has become for her, especially the case of Douâa, because she was shaped based on this program after coming from public universities. She had to go through those foundation courses, etc. But today we can't be prouder than what we are about Douâa. In 2 years period, look who she has become and how successful, tabarakallah alayha, she is. And if you're listening still, tabarakallah alaykum, Allah yahfadhak. So this program allows and procures advanced analysis and global social, political, and economic changes skills. Again, faculty expertise is involved in here, but also in terms of research. There is a lot of research going on at AUI that grad programs in this program benefit from. They can work in diplomacy, in politics, political analysis, and also if they decide to go for academia, they can go. Many have gone through PhDs.
And like Douâa in public relations, for example, also.
Oh yeah, because it's written, I skipped that, I said. The other program is the Master of Art in Islamic and Religious Studies. What's specific about this program? It's not about religion. We're not teaching Islam or religions in here. It's about humanities and social sciences aspects of religion in general and Islam in particular. This has been extremely successful in shaping up the background of students who are interested in the impact of religions and all know how important it has become in interfaith tolerance, etc. today. It offers opportunities to participate in outstanding interreligious dialogues and research projects. So it's very important. Career opportunities. Graduates from this program have been working as analysts, advisors, and consultants on religious affairs in different ministries. And also some of them opted for academia.
ماشي بروغرام اللي كيخولك انك تولي اختصاصي يعني ليدوكاسيون اسلاميك ولا التربيه الاسلاميه، ولكن تنهضروا على لاسبي هيومانيتيز سوشيال ساينسز بيهايند ات. سو باش نبسط هذه الفكره هذه باش ما يكونش واحد الخلط ولا يكون واحد الغلط.
التربيه الاسلاميه مهمه، ولكن هذا تيجي as a complement for it for those who want to give it a much larger a capstone on it that gives a much larger aspect. Last but not least, the Master of Art in North African and Middle Eastern Studies. This is a very famous program at AUI. I think that most of those who are listening know about it, but it's still worth talking about because it's a unique humanities and social sciences program that focuses on NA, North African and Middle Eastern Studies, with regional specialists that contribute to the program. So we have specialized faculty, but we always bring specialists that talk about focused subjects each time. And of course, students in this program have great opportunities to conduct field work because a lot of research is going on North African studies and Middle Eastern studies by faculty at AUI. For career opportunities, faculty work as regional faculty inshallah work as regional analyst consultants specialized in current affairs and in North Africa and Middle East. They work as advisors to agencies and other organizations on regional affairs. A lot of our graduates are working today with NGOs as a matter of fact. And obviously, all these programs, as I mentioned, run in 1 year. Now, I'll move very quickly. I know, see, Youssef, time is...
لا تفضل. هذاك مشيت وجيت، ما عرفتش شنو وقع. واحد البروبليم دو كونيكسيون غير باش نذكر الناس اللي كيتفرجوا فينا لو وقع لكم شي مشكل في لا كونيكسيون ولا شي حاجه. Just refresh the page and you should be fine. Just for people who are listening to us.
Okay, last but not least, I'll move to the School of Science and Engineering. So the School of Science and Engineering, also inspired from what we've done actually at SHSS, has revamped all its programs to run today in 1 year, 12 months. That's also a very, very good opportunity. And all of the programs can run as combined bachelor, master, as I mentioned. So the first one I'll be talking about, which is a new program, which is the Master of Engineering in FinTech, in Financial Technology. This program, if I may say, the most important thing about it is that we have been asked literally to run this program, to open this program, because there is a high demand on financial technology engineers today. And it's not even a Master of Science, it's a Master of Engineering. You can see here that actually even the projects, the final projects will be automatically incubated at Tijari Wafa Bank. So it's already set, meaning that engineers in this program know that they will be hired as soon as they get their degree. So it's a FinTech in an engineering field for students inclined towards creativity and innovation. It combines math skills, programming skills oriented toward financial field. It's new at AUI, relatively new in Morocco, but we have designed it, as I mentioned, to be professionally oriented and job market needs. It's shaped for that. For career opportunities, engineers from this program, inshallah, will be easily and highly demanded to work in the banking, insurance, the payment sector, software architect, the blockchain engineers, and so on. So the FinTech lead implementation engineers and the FinTech consultants is the ultimate product of this program. So those
are the kind of programs that are shaped by this high demand. They impose themselves naturally because there is a huge need, and we have the powerful students who young people who can be interested in this field and excel in this field. عندنا الطاقات الشابة اللي بغيت نقول يعني
It's selective, of course, but I'm sure that those who will access to this program will have great opportunities, because that's what the future is about. The following one is it's another new program, the Master of Science in Digital Transformation. This new program equips students with the necessary knowledge to lead successful digital change in organizations. So it's all about this specific field of digital transformation that's reshaping Morocco. We've seen part of it in the COVID-19 pandemic, right?
It seems like in this pandemic, especially, we need to go a gear further. خصنا نزيدوا شويه في السرعه ديال لا ديجيتاليزاسيون باسكو تبين فاش كيوقعوش مسائل بحال هكا بان كاين واحد النيد خصص كبير.
And also in terms of quality, it's not just offering whatever, but you need to shape. We have to admit that we have designed this program. I mean, we've been working on designing this program for years, but it will be launched this year. So it's a perfect timing, actually. It combines technology and software stacks, innovation, digital change management, and leadership. All courses include practicals, very, very important, but the courses are practical, meaning learning by doing. Very important. Yes, Youssef.
Dr. Khalid Sandid, we unfortunately we need to stop here. There is a lot of it's really nice to hear from you. You give specific information about the different programs, which is really important. There's a link that is shared with you on the chat room. It's the link if you want to access in details all the program. And just to remind you that Dr. Sandid will answer your questions, and feel free to if you have any question about any specific program, they will be more than happy to answer that. And for the admission, because it's going to be our next topic, just to give a little bit more time to Zineb Bariwa to talk about this subject, where there are a lot of questions, and she already started answering all of them. Dr. Sandid, merci beaucoup.
Je vous en prie. See, Youssef, 2 seconds just to run the
slides. Of course.
Not talking about them, but see, for fairness, there are 2 remaining programs. The other one is the Big Data Analytics, which is also a new program that is extremely important. I will invite everybody interested to send questions about it or to go over our website. Last but not least is the software engineering program, the big brother that's been running and shaped for years now. Yeah. And the last one that Nada talked about, which is the Sustainable Energy Management Program. Two words about Nada. When Nada was, at that time, I was the coordinator of engineering programs. ونادا دارت لنا واحد المشكل واحد النهار ضحكنا معاها وندمتنا. كانوا لي بروجي خاصين بالاساتذه they were funded by the regional council. And then she had her own project and she said, I have a project, I want to submit it. We didn't even have the mechanics for doing that. And then we said, yes, submit it. And it worked. And then we ended up having a student having a funded project, if I recall, like 400,000 Ds for students where it was dedicated for faculty only. It was a good for her, a unique opportunity for her. But just to tell you that students are, grad students are sometimes given the opportunity to embrace a more friendly relationship with faculty because it's a mature maturity level that's not usually at the undergrad level, and students start working in projects and build that relationship that you talked about, Youssef.
الا كان واحد القاسم مشترك ما بين تقريبا جميع هاد لي بروغرام اللي هضرتي عليهم دكتور صنديد باش نلخصوا يعني هما سون دي بروغرام اللي يديريجي اوسي فير دي ميتيي ديال لو فيوتور كنبغي نشوفوا بهذا دابا البيك داتا باش كنهضروا على السستينبل انرجيز اند ستاف لايك ذات but also we're talking about a master program اللي connected to the reality of the job market. هادو جوج عوامل اللي ربما في الاستماع ديال شنو المارشي دو ترافاي باغي وحنا عارفين بلي هادو المارشي دو ترافاي باغي دي بروفيل انوفون اللي تيهضروا على تقنيات فيوتوريستيك زعما ديال لافنيغ.
هذيك تنبداو اون امون يعني حنا ديما بروفيشن اورينتد but job market driven. الا ما كانش opportunity for the job راه ما تنطلقوهمش كاريمون ات AUI.
شكرا بزاف دكتور سنديد. It's a pleasure hearing you talking about all these programs and makes one want to try all of them. شكرا الله يحفظك. شكرا بزاف. We're going to talk about justement دابا غادي ندوزوا للموضوع ديالنا جاي دائما في نهضروا على الماستر بروجرام غادي نهضروا على الادميشن. الادميشن طرحتوا بزاف ديال الاسئله في الكويشن تاب. Thank you for all your questions and most of them have been answered by our next guest. She's from the admission office, Zineb Barewa, who's gonna just join me now on stage and she's gonna go in details on how to apply for your dream master program. She's gonna join me right now. She's getting ready to be on stage. But I saw her Zama في question tab. For people of you who asked the question, she already answered a lot of them, and now we're gonna have her live with us on stage to bring more answers. Hello.
How are you?
How are you, Zineb?
Thanks. Alhamdulillah.
First, before starting, we would like to wish you and wish all the Moroccan moms a happy Mother's Day today.
Thank you.
And if you forgot about it, maybe just after the live, a quick call or a little message to your moms will always be appreciated.
Sure.
Zineb, hope you're doing great.
I'm fine, thank you.
I saw you working hard on the question tab. So
yes, we had a lot of questions. Yes.
Take us through the application protocol.
Sure. Can I have the presentation running?
Yes. Right now you're going to have the presentation.
Thank you. Good. So I will talk briefly and simply on how to become an AUIer. In order to become an AUIer first, you need to be an applicant, common sense. So you can do it really easily. We have two steps. The first steps that we call the account creation. You go on our website, www.aui.ma. You can either click on the yellow button that you can see, or if you want to avoid all of this, you can go to the second link, which leads directly to the portal. We will go to it anyway. So once you click, you will have a page that will pop up. I invite you all to go through that page because we share really interesting information about AUI, about activities, alumni, etc. You scroll down, or you can click directly on Apply Now. Then you will go to this. You simply need to enter your name, your email, and phone number, and click on Apply Now. Why do we need this information? Because we want to make sure that you don't miss any step. So once you do the Apply Now, we will call you afterwards and make sure everything will work for you, that you went through the second step, which is this. It looks scary, but really easy. We mainly ask you to fill in important information such as your name, your email address, your phone number, and most importantly, see, I made the screenshots with the level, ou là le niveau. Donc, il faut aller vers graduates et non pas undergraduates. C'est très important. Donc, you click on graduate for graduate applicants. I know that I've seen the questions. We have people interested in undergraduates programs as well. So for people interested in bachelor degree, you select the undergraduate. Once you do it and it's done, you only have those questions to answer. You receive a first email, automatic email that acknowledges the receipt of the account creation. We process the information and we send you a second email with an ID or a username and a password. Those are really important because it will allow you to access the portal. It's a private space on our websites. This portal as a candidate enables you to go to the second step, which I will explain later on, and as a student to check your grades, your courses, everything, your calendar. It will be your future space as an AUI student. So once you receive this username and password, you will need to go to the AUI portal, log in using those credentials, and complete the second step, which is the file creation. So file creation is what? Is you fill in a second form. It pops up really automatically, and it's really easy to fill in. Second thing you need to do is to upload the documents. So the documents will be communicated to you before the application process, during the application process, and you can consult them on our AUI websites. And third, you will need to pay the application fees, either through the portal or money transfer. I can go through this if you want afterwards, or you can send me an email and send you everything afterwards. Only when you do this, we consider that your application file is complete. I just want to go back to some question related to eligibility criteria.
Yes,
for master
please.
program. You need to have a bachelor degree. Un diplôme de licence, voilà, ou équivalent. On n'accepte pas les niveaux de licence ni rien du tout. Ça, c'est important. Deuxième des choses, il faut, je sais que ça paraît un peu bizarre, mais il faut quand même avoir un bac, parce qu'on a eu des candidats qui étaient au niveau bac, ou une école, et ils ont eu la possibilité d'avoir un diplôme de licence, et ils voulaient déposer leur candidature pour le master. Ça, c'est pas possible. Donc, il faut le bac, bien sûr. Le bac, voilà,
l'équivalent de bachelor ou la licence.
Voilà, exactement. Bachelor, la licence. Et dans tous les cas, en plus de certaines autres choses, deuxième conseil que je donnerai aux étudiants, parce que as an admission officers, we make sure that your file is complete, that everything is okay with you. The decision is taken by the admission committee from the school. This is my second part. What's next? So once you do all of this, once you're an applicant and your file is complete, we take it and we submit it to the school. For example, the School of Business Administration, c'est la School of Business Administration qui va prendre la décision de t'accepter ou pas. Un conseil que je donnerais, c'est bien rédiger la lettre de motivation et avoir de très bonnes lettres de recommandation.
كنا تطرقنا لهذا الموضوع فاش كنا كنهضروا على الادميشن بور الاندرغراد وكنا تطرقنا جوستومون على هاو تو رايت ذا application letter especially في هذه الوقيته اللي احنا عايشين فيها الان اللي ربما ما يكونش الانترفيو اكسترا كوز ذا كورونا فيروس so you need really to do a good motivation letter that translates your real motivation and why you want to do that. I invite you after this episode to go watch قلت لكم الابيزود 1 و 2 فين we talked about that and actually it's the last episode second episode كانت مع سكينة أيجو اللي هضرت لنا on how to write an impactful motivation letter.
Yes. Et en plus, si vous avez quelque chose qui démontre que vous êtes engagé dans No, other activities outside the classroom. Donc, say extracurricular activities. Everything that you believe will support your application file, please submit it. As
Yes.
Youssef said, it's difficult times. The number of interviews has decreased because we cannot do a lot of interviews, but take all the chances to have your admission. Good application letters, good recommendation letters. You have certificates of activities, commitments in, I don't know, sports, culture, community service. Do it. هذا هو المهم. Alors, une fois que le dossier qui est school, donc they run their procedures, they go through the file, they might invite you for an interview through Skype. You can be admitted or denied. But once we have the file, we get back to you with the proper answer and we give you a lot of steps to follow. I think for me, this is really important to understand because c'est pas juste غير تحط le dossier. Le dossier تقبل quand on vous envoie steps to follow in order to enroll, please follow them. These steps are important because كنديروا la réservation ديالك في la chambre, كنديروا le course schedule ديالك تيتقاد, etc. etc. Donc voilà.
So دابا شفنا البروسيس from bird's eye view.
Yes.
When you apply, you need to understand that it's all seamless. Ça veut dire que من الأول كتبدا من النقطة الأولى كيوصلك الإيميل، يعني كتتبع هذوك لي زيتاب وحده بوحده وتيبان داك الشيء أنه كيدوز بسلس وبطريقة عادية. ديجا جاوبتي على بعض الأسئلة اللي كاينين في question tab. I don't know if we can still take one of them because من الأول صراحة من بداية الحلقة وكانوا بزاف تاع الأسئلة اللي طرحوا في هذا المجال هذا وجاوبتي عليهم.
Je peux rebondir sur les parce que il y a eu des questions à la scholarship. حطيت le lien ديال scholarship and financial aid. Alors scholarship pour graduates, comment ça se passe? Ni كتحطوا le dossier de la demande d'admission, كتحطوا حتى la demande de bourse. C'est important de le faire en même temps. C'est le comité qui dit si oui, il va recommander. واش غتكون عندك a good recommendation for scholarship or not. So it will be based on academic criteria. They will go and review all your file plus ce dont j'avais parlé tout à l'heure. Donc les certificats, awards, everything that you have done outside the classroom are important for scholarship grants. هذه هي scholarships. We have financial aid formulas. C'est pas la bourse. Financial aid, it's given based on your revenue, your parents' revenue. There's a specific form to fill in. I have put the link in the question tab. I can put it or send it later on that it can be published, I believe. Please fill in the form. There are certain documents that you will need to send by email as well.
واخا كاين واحد الاختلاف ما بين المنح من عند الاندر جرادويت والماستر. تقدروا تشوفوا الحلقه اللي قبل اللي هضرنا فيها على المنح باش نعطيكم غير واحد ليدي يمكن جلوبال على المنح. ما تنساو بالله انه باش تطلبوا منحه بالنسبه للماستر ديجري كاين واحد الاختلاف وهذا الاختلاف باقي غادي نهضروا عليه حنايا وتقدروا ايضا تطرحوا الاسئله ديالكم. واخا طرحتوا الاسئله ديالكم مزيان بريوه تقدر تكلف بان لا كيسيون تصيفطها لا بون بيرسون اللي ترجع لكم الجواب الصحيح. Thank you very much Zina. Thank you very much for being with us and happy Mother's Day once again.
Thank you.
شكرا لك بزاف. Okay, guys, we're approaching the end of this third episode consacré justement le master degree, and as I told you, we're going to ask you a question related to what we just covered. So you have this opportunity to win this wonderful sweatshirt that we're going to see in a picture right now. A wonderful Al Akhawain sweatshirt, and the question is how many master's program are there في الأخوين? How many graduate programs AUI offers? First one to answer will get the sweatshirt. I think we already have a winner. Yes, I think we already have a winner. We will be picked up by Al-Akhawain staff and we will let you know. The right answer is 13 programs. كما ذكرتوا قبيله باش كنت نهضر مع الدكتور صنديد هضر على 11 وكنت هضرت معاه جوستومون على الماستر الام بي اي اللي فيه تسجيل الانواع ديال الام بي اي. So it's 13. Okay, congratulations to the winner for the sweatshirt. حاجه اخرى في البولز كنا طرحنا عليكم السؤال على المواضيع اللي يقدروا يهمكم. شكرا بزاف على التفاعل ديالكم وشكرا بزاف على الاجوبه ديالكم. كاين بزاف الناس اللي صوتوا على study abroad programs، على part time jobs. حنا غادي نحاولوا بهذه لا سيري ديال لي ويبينار اننا نجاوبوا على جميع الاسئله ديالكم، تطرقوا على مواضيع تقريبا كامله. experience AUI اللي ما شافش الحلقات اللي قبل يقدر يشوفهم بيان سور في experienceaui.com يقدر يشوف الحلقه الاولى والثانيه، واللي جا في الاخر ديال هذه الحلقه يعاود يشوفها من الاول. نزيتي سورتو با انكم تبارطاجيو هذه المعلومات للناس اللي يهمهم هذه المعلومات هذه باش تعم الفائده. وكما قلت لكم ان شاء الله الحلقه الجايه اللي غتكون الحد الجاي دائما مع الثلاثه غادي تكون على how to become an AUIer. I'm so excited about this topic. How to become an AUIer is going to be the topic for the next one on Sunday. Make sure to register, talk to your friends about this experience AUI, people who might be interested by the information we are saying. فبقى لي نقول لكم شكرا بزاف اللي كنتوا معنا من الاول ديال هذه الحلقه. تقدروا تشوفوها dans quelques instants déjà en replay. Thank you very much guys and see you next Sunday at 3 p.m.